don't use non-action verbs in continuous form. Don't use non-action verbs in continuous form. This is what we are going to discuss in this session. Welcome to English classes with Dr. Rajiv, and in this session we shall be discussing that we should not use non-action verbs in continuous form. So actually verbs can be described in or categorized into different parts. They can be action verbs or non-action verbs. So what are action verbs? Action verbs actually tell about the actions we do. Alright, so those verbs which are used to describe an action that is performed. So most of the verbs in day-to-day use, we use action verbs. So for example, the verbs like eat and drink, dance, write, read, try, watch. So these verbs are actually under the category of action verbs. Whereas non-action verbs, they are not action verbs, but they say something different. They tell about our desires, emotions, feelings, opinions, possessions, senses, states, etc. So when we have to describe these things, they come under non-action verbs. So for example, you can say like believe, desire, love, hate, like, wish, want, taste, smell, seem, need, mind, etc. They are non-action verbs. So these non-action verbs, they don't say about action, they say about our desires, our feelings, our emotions, our opinions, possessions, senses, etc. So in these cases, in these non-action verbs, we should not use continuous form. This is what we are going to discuss in the whole session. Now non-action verbs actually, in fact, should not be used in continuous form, but there is one exception also, and that exception is that if these non-action verbs are used in a different meaning, in a different context, so in that case they can be used in continuous form also. So with a changed meaning we use it in continuous form, otherwise these non-action verbs should not be used in continuous form. Now what are those non-action verbs? So non-action verbs can be categorized in separate divisions also. So they can be either verbs of description or possession. So these verbs of descriptions or possessions can be verb of being, exist, seem, look, appear, sound, have, possess, own, etc. So these are the verbs of description and possession, and they are non-action verbs. So in these verbs we should not use continuous form. Let us see the example. I have 2 cows. Alright, this is a verb of possession. I am using this have for possession. So I have 2 cows, but I should not say I am having 2 cows, because I have 2 cows is possession, and I am having 2 cows doesn't make any sense. Alright, so better use I have 2 cows. But we can use having also in this way. We are having a good time. This having is used as action verb. So in this case you can say that having the word is correct over here, but in the first sense I am having 2 cows is not correct. We are having a good time is okay, is fine. So with a changed meaning, we have used having. The second categorization is verb of senses. Now in verbs of senses, actually they can come under like taste or hear or smell or see or feel, etc. These are the verbs of senses. All right, so they are all non-action verbs. For example, you can say the man heard a noise. I was listening to music. The judge adjourned the hearing. Alright, so these are the different verbs. So when I say I was listening to music, alright, it's fine, the word has been changed. But when I say the man heard a noise, this is a verb of sense. Alright, I should not say I was hearing music. This is a verb of actually this is not that one. So if I want to use here, alright, in ing form, in continuous form, alright, you should use like this. The judge adjourned the hearing. This is action verb. So in action verb we have used ing form. Otherwise in non-action verb, alright, the verbs of senses, we should not use ing form. For example, I was hearing music. This is a verb of senses I have used here. Alright, so they come under this category, non-action verbs. So in this non-action verb I should not use I was hearing music. If you want to say like that, better use I was listening to music, not I was hearing music. Alright, and the man heard a noise. The man was hearing a noise, of course, is not correct. Alright, so they are all they tell about the verbs of senses. But when this verb is said as the verb of action, then ing form can be acceptable. So the judge adjourned the hearing. That's correct over here. Now the next one is the verbs of emotion. So verbs of emotion: love, like, adore, care for, hate, dislike, mind, etc. So these are the verbs of emotions. So in these verbs of emotions again, alright, we don't use continuous form, but with the changed meaning, of course, we can have. Alright, so I am liking it. This is verbs of emotion. Alright, I am like, my like and my dislike, these are my emotions. So I am liking it, this is not correct, but to say I like it. But if I want to use the word liking, so in that case we should use taste and adjust the salt and lemon to your liking. Fine, this is action verb. So in this case ing form is appropriate over here. So liking at this place is correct, whereas liking at this place is not correct, because this says about the verbs of emotion, alright, whereas this one says about the verb of action also. So with the changed meaning, we have used the verb, the continuous form. Now the next one is the verbs of ideas. In verbs of ideas, we have the verbs like know, think, imagine, believe, doubt, suppose, recognize, remember, forget, understand, mean, etc. So these are the verbs of ideas. Again, in these verbs of ideas, we don't use continuous form. Don't use ing form. We should not say knowing, thinking, imagining, believing, doubting. No. Alright. We should say know, think, imagine, believe, doubt, etc. So let us see a few examples here. Over here, I think she's a good dentist. Fine, I am thinking she's a good dentist is of course not correct. But if I want to use the thinking, then it means that I am considering. I am thinking to learn AI. So I am thinking to learn AI. It means that here I am considering the idea to learn AI. Alright, not thinking is the verb of idea over here. Here, this word thinking means I am considering the idea. So with a changed meaning, we can use this one, ing form. Otherwise, we should not use this ing form in these verbs, non-action verbs. Now the next one is the verbs of attitudes. So hope, want, wish, desire, need, prefer, appreciate, value, etc. These are the verbs of attitude, and they're also non-action verbs. So in all these non-action verbs, of course, we don't need to use ing form. So we should not say hoping, wanting, wishing, desiring, needing, preferring, appreciating, valuing, etc. No, we shouldn't use ing form in all these. Alright, so we can use it like this: I wish you all the best. Or if I want to say ing form, in this way we can use he sat by the phone wishing it would ring. I sat by the phone wishing it would ring. So this wishing here, it means that this is action verb. Alright, so here it has been used as action verb, so it's wishing is correct, but this one simply is verb of attitude. So this place, I wish you all the best, is fine. But if I say he sat by the phone wishing it would ring, it is also correct. I should not say I am wishing you all the best. So this way we can use it in ing form. With this, the next one is the physical sensation also. They also come under non-action verbs. So hurt, ache, itch, etc. They all come under physical sensations, and they're all non-action verbs. So it hurts, fine. But when you say it is hurting, this is also not correct. Alright. So it is hurting, this is non-action verb. So we should not use in this way. So it hurts is better. After this, the next one is measurements. So in measurements also, measure, weigh, cost, etc. They also don't take ing form with them. So it costs a lot, not it is costing a lot. We should not use it. It's costing a lot. We should use it as it costs a lot. So with this, this one is over. This session is complete. So we have learned today that we should not use the ing form or continuous form with non-action verbs. Alright, we should not use ing form with non-action verbs. And if you want to use this ing form or continuous form, in that case the meaning must be changed. Or with a change in meaning, we can use ing form in continuous form. Otherwise, we shouldn't use that one. It would be incorrect. So, thank you. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like it, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you once again.